in a world like none other, there comes one man in search of plastic, in search of cons. He is known as Plasticon. Join him as he brings toys from another dimension to a household near you.
Now you can fight mighty battles of Triax and the Triax armies. Recently, the minor battle skirmishes between these two countries erupted in full-scale war. Hundreds of land and air combat vehicles battled across the land. With their huge fighting machines, they staged the most massive battles ever. The largest armies in the world are in your hand. Take command! Megaforce, brought to you by Kenner. Sub-assembly required. Vehicles separately.
Welcome back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover some more Kenner Megaforce. Yes, Megaforce. You know those toys I've been reviewing here past? Yeah, more. Add more. Plenty more. Anyway, let's move on and check out the Triax Bomber Squadron. This is a Triax Bomber Squadron. These things are really, really cool looking planes. Probably the most modernized looking planes that really could kind of fit into anything nowadays. I mean, these things don't really look that weird, although they do have a bit of a futuristic approach to them. The entire set itself will come with a aircraft launching mechanism, along with 3 of the jets. One being the command jet, and the other 2 being just your standard run-of-the-mill aircraft. Taking a closer look at the primarily the standard run-of-the-mill ones, this thing's actually got quite a bit of detail throughout the entire toy. I love the panel lining this thing has got. It's got quite a bit going on here, along with the little teeny tiny bits of blue just kind of picked out here and there throughout the entire thing. Not to mention the little bitty red striping and the Triax emblem right there on its wing. It's got a lot of detail here, even being picked out throughout the cockpit and even the nose cone. I do like the idea this thing has a decent looking little silhouette. It's very cool looking. It does have a bit of a black part here picked out here on the back of the tail fin, not to mention it doesn't really have any painting going on here, although it would have been cool to see them just paint that like black or something here for the rocket nozzle, you know, like where all the exhaust comes out. It's very interesting seeing this thing. I do like this aircraft a lot. These were a big thing when I was a kid, and I had this set, and I love this set. This set is so cool. On the bottom half of this thing, it's got 3 little bitty bombs that come on a single peg system. It's got the 2 little pegs, go right into 2 little holes right there on the bottom. This is primarily the one piece that you will end up having issues trying to find if you're trying to find an out-of-the-box version of this, or the person you're trying to purchase on eBay. You know, if they only have pictures from above, you need to ask them, hey, does it come with the little missiles? Because those right there would complete the set for you. Unless you're getting them pretty discount and you don't really care about the missiles, so that is all on you. It does have a very sky blue color. I do like that a lot about the 2 smaller, or not really smaller, but the 2 support aircraft. Taking a closer look at the larger command one, the command one's got a lot more red picked out. It's got a little bit more on the wings here on the very back. And the very back wing is solid black all the way to here, and it has a little bit of a red stripe, and then, you know, they just primarily just painted this here black instead of just leaving it like the other ones. It does have the cockpit extension where the back window is actually picked out, unlike the other ones, which is fine, because, you know, this shows that maybe this in here holds 2 pilots versus a single pilot. On the bottom half of this actually comes with a much larger bomb, not the little triplet bomb, and it pegs in much like the other two. It's pretty much the same kind of pegging system, which is kind of nice. I do like the detail. And speaking of detail, look at all the look at all the panel lining on this thing. It's amazing just how much detail they can really pack into a little bitty piece of die cast. And these guys are fully die cast, except for the little bombs here. These are plastic that go in there. It does have the little peg here on the bottom, by the way, so that way you can actually peg it into any of the little square port systems you just slide it into. Taking a look at the support aircraft carrier looking launching mechanism, this thing is really interesting. It literally looks like a miniature aircraft carrier, which I thought that was just the funniest thing in the world. It's got little bitty guns just kind of picked out here and there throughout the entire toy, not to mention the command tower right here on the side. It does successfully though let the jet set on it, which kind of gives you a little bit of playability to this. Makes it sound like maybe this might not be a catapult if you don't really want to treat it as a catapult. Maybe it's a repairing mechanism or whatever you want to use it as, because you know, it's your toy, it's your imagination, do whatever you want with it. But myself, I always thought these were kind of like little catapult launchers or something like that. I mean, it's way too small to be an actual aircraft carrier, considering you can only put one on there. I mean, if you really want to put more, you can stack them on top of each other, but that was just so silly. But yeah, that's what it does. It's a really, really neat little set. This set isn't very difficult actually to find on eBay. I found this set quite often, sometimes still on the blister card. If you do find them on the blister card though, they tend to run you a little bit more. But price-wise, these guys are pretty reasonable out there. They're not too outrageous. They're very neat little jets, and they're a nice little army building addition, especially if you're trying to build up a Triax airfield. These things are really cool. I do like the detail. The build quality is great. And they're nice little toys. I mean, even though they've been beat up throughout the years a little bit, and anything I can see wrong with these, honestly, the only problem I can ever see maybe ever happening to this is maybe this top fin here might get bent or something. But I think it would take quite a bit of force really to do that, unless, you know, some kid grabbed it with pliers or something and broke it off. But, you know, that's primarily the only part I can even see anything going wrong with, other than losing the missile. Anyhow, that's been Plasticon. This has been yet another Megaforce review, and I'll see you guys around because I have plenty more coming your guys' way. That's it for now. Bye!